we need to discuss our future relationship with Great Britain. It is clear from the Boston Tea Party that many colonists are fed up with all of these unfair taxes. They are being placed on all of our most needed items.
I agree with you, Mr. Henry. Great Britain has really been treating our colonies poorly. How long does the king expect us to just keep supporting his country when we have no voice in any decisions? I say it's time for King George to listen to us for change.
Let's go get him. We'll tie him up and make him listen.
Now, John, let's not get violent. We'll write to him and explain how we feel. Maybe he will understand that we need a little more freedom to make some of our own decisions. Someone fetch me some parchment paper and my feather pen.
If he doesn't respond to our letters, I say we'll go get him. And we should fight England for our freedom if he does not write at all.
I agree with John. No more kings or queens for us. I narrated. The Continental Congress managed to write a letter to King. They explained how they felt about being ruled unfairly by England. The king did not respond in a positive way. However, in fact, he said the British soldiers to keep the colonists under control. This only made the colonists angrier and more determined to fight for their freedom. Samuel Adams is one of the colonists, very angered by King George's refusal to grant the colonies anything from his unfair rule. He has gathered his friend John Hancock and some other residents to Lexington to discuss the situation.
Hello, friends. I'm glad you could come and meet with me. We will have to be brief. However, look at all these redcoats walking through our town. They won't like that we're meeting.
You're right, Sam. Let's get right to the point. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I'm ready to stand by my fellow colonists and fight for the freedom we deserve.
Here, let's get those red coats.
We don't want to draw any attention just yet. We're going to have to prepare. There are only a few of us and tons of them. We will have to be very organized and well informed. Our Minutemen will need to know at moment's notice when they are needed.
How can we make sure all of our brave volunteers know when they are needed? They are spread all throughout villages and towns.
We need someone who will serve as a spy on the British in order to gain this type of information. We also need to rely on that person to provide everyone that information in a timely manner. It'll be a dangerous and risky job. Does anyone know who man suited for this task?
I know a man in Boston that will be perfect for this job. His name is Paul Revere. He has been a spy for us for several months now. I will contact him at once. I am sure we will be able to count on him to get us the information we need in order to begin our fight for freedom.
John, thank you. I've heard about this dedication to our colonies. Also, he's known to be a brave and smart man. I think he's a perfect choice. Let's contact him at once.
Hey, you colonists aren't supposed to be gathering like that. The king will not. Hey, you colonists, you aren't supposed to be gathering like that. The king will not approve. You are to leave immediately. I demand that you break up this meeting.
We were just discussing the weather and much needed rain. We'll be on our way now.
The colonists wink at each other behind the redcoats' back and are feeling good about their plan and involvement from their fellow colonist, Paul Revere. To be be on alert for any action that may occur as the tensions between the two groups grow and grow.
When Paul Revere was approached about helping the colonists' cause, he immediately agreed to the dangerous job without hesitation. He spent several days slipping in and out of the places where the British soldiers held their meetings. He quietly learned about their plans to keep the colonists under British rule by force. When he gathered enough information, he decided that time had come to develop a plan with his friend and fellow spy, William Doss.
Thank you for meeting with me, Don. I need to talk to you about the British. They know all about the weapons our colonist friends have been gathering. They plan to attack and seize any weapons they can find in colonist holds. They also plan to arrest our leaders like Sam Adams and John Hancock. They want to leave us completely defenseless. This can't happen. We will forever be unfairly ruled by the king if they attack us like this.
What can I do to help?
I need you to stay here to find out how the British plan to send their redcoats to seize the town of Lexington and Concord. We need to have some sort of signal so that I know what to tell the colonists to best prepare them.
I will spy on the British headquarters and find out their plans. You go down and wait by the river. When I find out, I'll have someone climb the old bell tower in the north church. One lantern will be lit if they plan to attack by land. 2 lanterns will be lit if they plan to go by sea. That will give you a head start to warn all of our friends, and we will also let the Minutemen know the signal in case one of us doesn't make it. I will go another way to Lexington.
That sounds like a good plan. I will go now. Thank you for your help. Take care, Dallas.
Thank you, and Godspeed to you, my friend.
Having made their plan, Paul Revere waits quietly in the shadows of the big red oak wood, British ship along the river's harbor. He is alone except for another patriot who is free to roam and cross the river. His attention is focused on the tower of the old North Church.
Why do you keep staring at that church, sir?
I'm waiting for a very important signal.
Oh, of course. I remember hearing about how some great patriot was willing to send a signal by lantern to alert the other militiamen. Hey, is that a light I see now?
Yes, that's the signal. But wait, there's another light now. 2 lights. The British are coming by sea. Row me across the river quickly. I've got to get my horse before the others.
Yes, sir. Hang on. I'm honored to help such a great cause. Anything for our freedom from the king. Here we go. We'll be on the other side in no time.
As soon as the boat was dry on land, Paul Revere moved out, shook the patriot's hand, and mounted the horse that had waited for him. He rode off into the countryside, headed for Lexington to warn John Hancock and Samuel Adams about the British plan to arrest him. Along the way, he warned as many colonists as he can. Giddy up, old girl. We have to move fast. I must warn the others about the British.
Hey, what's all that laughter out there? We're trying to sleep. It's the middle of the night.
The British are coming. The British are coming.
We're ready for them. Thank you.
Hide what you can. Ready your weapons. The British are coming. The British are coming.
When he finally arrives in Lexington, Paul Revere is happy to reunite with his fellow patriot and good friend. Together they approach the home of Samuel Adams.
Sam, wake up. The British are coming.
They want to arrest you and take all the important documents regarding our colonies, wishes to be free. You must let John Hancock know and leave at once.
I will alert Hancock and go at once. You men must continue to ride and warn the others about the British. Can you continue on? Of course we can. We need as many people ready for the British when they come as possible. We'll leave right away. Thank you for your bravery, gentlemen. You will always be remembered for your midnight ride of bravery.
With that, the riders headed toward Concord. They didn't get far before they were stopped by the British and taken as prisoners. But it was too late. The heroic deed of Paul Revere and his fellow riders had already been a success. The patriots were away fuller and ready when the British attacked. The colonists will continue to have a long road in the fight to freedom, but they were off to a very brave start, thanks to Paul Revere.
Congregating and listening to 2 newsboys. They are carrying newspapers and waving them in the air, shouting as they walk up and down.
Extra, extra, read all about it. 3 ships just arrived from England loaded with tea. They are tied at Griffin's Wharf. The tea is taxed at 3 pence a pound.
Extra, extra ships with tea have also arrived in New York, Philadelphia, and Charleston.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Some spectators buy a newspaper and read it briefly while the newsboys continue to shout the news. Women are congregating and listening to two newsboys. They are carrying newspapers and waving them in the air, shouting as they walk up and down.
Extra, extra, read all about it. 3 ships just arrived from England loaded with tea. They are tied at Griffin's Wharf. The tea is taxed at 3 pence a pound.
Extra, extra, ships with tea have also arrived in New York, Philadelphia, and Charleston. Extra, extra, read all about it. Some spectators buy a newspaper and read it briefly while the newsboys continue to shout the news. One spectator makes his fist in the audience.
Great Britain has certainly tired our patience. First it was the sugar tax, then the stamp act. Imagine having to buy a stamp for every printed piece of paper we use, just to keep King George's treasure well supplied. It's just not fair.
And now a tax on the one drink a poor man enjoys, tea.
I say we must learn to live without it rather than pay a tax.
But how can we live without it?
There is mounting excitement. The men and women are heard loudly shouting. We must not without it. We must not pay the tax no matter how much we want tea. It's a matter of principle. Now the tea tax, next it will be something else. There will be no end to it. Now all the colonists are extremely angry.
King George has no right to do this to us. We don't even have representatives in this parliament.
I say no taxation without representation.
Here,
here.
Let's go down to the merchant Clark at the harbor and demand that he not remove the tea from the ships.
The spectators shout together, waving their fists in anger.
Richard Clark, a merchant and owner of the warehouse, is faced by an angry group of colonists. We have come as a committee to protest the arrival of the tea, especially the taxation.
Richard Clark, here to speak for the people of Boston. We ask you to promise not to sell the cargo of tea that just arrived and is in your care.
We demand that you send the chest of tea back to England unopened.
We are tired of being taxed in Philly. If you don't know the tea people get buying the tax, send it back.
Carthage becomes annoyed.
I have nothing to do with governmental matters. I suggest you speak to Governor Hutchinson.
Clark does not want to deal with any big colonists. It makes him
Several men are grouped around Samuel Adams. Angry voices are heard throughout the room. Suddenly, Francis dropped his ship others and all looked through grenades.
Gentlemen, as you suggested, I spoke to the governor about allowing me to sail my ship back to England with the tea. What was his answer? The government firmly refused. The ships will be unloaded in the morning.
Excited and angry voices are heard throughout the group. Samuel Adams claps his hands and signals for quiet. He tries to restore order, but the colonists are furious.
Who wants to know how Chivo mingle with saltwater?
Boston Harbor will be a teapot tonight. The Mohawks will come.
Colonists exit, shaking their fists, shouting angrily, and making plans for a giant tea party.
2 disguised Mohawks sneak about the wharf looking left to right. They jump over the rail and board the ship. They approach the boxes of tea stacked in the corner. One of the men grabs a box and passes it to his companion.
Heave-ho, into the drink it goes.
The second disguised Mohawk opens the box with his axe and empties the contents over the rail.
Look at below. Here comes another 10 pounds of tea.
The disguised Mohawks work as a team. One passes a box of tea to the other, who opens it and empties the contents over the railing.
And over she goes.
People hear the noise and begin to gather to see what is taking place. As each box is dumped over the harbor, the people cheer loudly. Box after box, the tea is dumped over the harbor, and the disguised Mohawks then jump over the railing in high spirits. Then they place their axes on their shoulders and march away. The colonists that follow, knowing that the Boston Tea Party is only the beginning of their efforts to establish a free and independent nation.
Beautiful.
1774, and more than just boycott tea from Great Britain. A structurally built interest among the colonists for creating a new country completely free from Great Britain. The 15 colonies sent representatives to meet with each other to
Gentlemen, thank you for coming today. We need to discuss our future relationship with Great Britain. It is clear from the Boston Tea Party that many colonists are fed up with all of these unfair taxes. They are being placed on all of the most needed items.
I agree with you, Mr. Henry. Great Britain has really been treating our colonies poorly. How long does the king expect us just to keep supporting his country when we have no voice in any decisions? I say it's time for King George to listen to us for a change.
Let's go get him. We'll tie him up and make him listen.
Now, John, let's not get violent. We'll write to him and explain how we feel. Maybe he will understand that we need a little more freedom to make some of our own decisions. Someone fetch me some parchment paper and my feather pen.
If he doesn't respond to our letter, I say we go get him. We should fight for England for our freedom if it doesn't budge at all.
I agree with John. No more kings or queens for us.
The Continental Congress managed to write a letter to King George. They explained how they felt about being ruled unfairly by England. The king did not respond in a positive way, however. In fact, he sent more British soldiers to keep the colonists under control. This only made the colonists angrier and more determined to fight for their freedom.
Sam Adams is one of the columns very angered by King George refusal to grant the colonies any freedom from his unfair rule. He has gathered his friends John Hancock and some others residents of Lexington to discuss the situation.
Hello, friends. I'm glad you could come and meet with me. We will have to be brief, however. Look at all these redcoats walking through our town. They won't like that we're meeting.
You're right, Sam. Let's get right to the point. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I'm ready to stand by my fellow colonists and fight for the freedom we deserve.
Here, let's get those red coats.
We don't draw any attention just yet. We're going to have to prepare. There are only a few of us in terms of this. We will have to be very organized and welcome. There are many independent laws.
How can we make sure all of our believers know when they are meeting, they are spread all together our villages and towns?
We need someone who will serve as a spy on the British in order to gain this type of information. We also need to rally on that person to provide everyone that information in a timely manner. It will be a dangerous, risky job. Does anyone know a man suitable for this task?
I know a man in Boston that would be perfect for this job. His name is Paul Revere. He has been a spy for us for several months now. I will contact him at once. I'm sure we will be able to count on him to get us the information we need in order to begin our fight.
John, thank you. I've heard about his dedication to our colonies also. He is known to be a brave and smart man. I think he's a perfect choice. Let's contact him at once. Hey, colonies, you aren't supposed to be gathering like that. The king would not approve. You aren't supposed to be gathering like that. The king would not approve. You are to leave immediately. I may break up this meeting. We were just discussing the weather and the much needed rain. We'll be on our way now.
Bears approached about helping the colonists cause, he immediately agreed to the Davis Strongbow visitation. He spent several days sleeping in and out of places where the British soldiers wanted to be. He quietly learned about their plans to keep the colonists under British rule by force. When he gathered enough information, he decided the time was to develop a plan with his friend and fellow fighter, William Dawes.
Thank you for meeting with me, Dawes. I need to talk to you about the British. They know all about our weapons our colonist friends have been gathering. They plan to attack and seize any weapon they can find in colonist homes. They also plan on arresting our leaders like Sam Adams and John Hancock. They want to leave us completely defenseless. This can't happen. We will forever be unfairly ruled by the king if they attack us like this. What can I do to help? I need you to stay here and find out how the British plan to send the Redcoats to seize the towns of Lexington and Concord. We need to have some sort of signal so that I know what to tell the colonists to best prepare them. I will find the British headquarters and find out their plan. You go down and wait by the river. When I find out, I will have someone come to the old bell tower and the North Church. One lantern will be lit if they plan to attack by land. 2 lanterns will be lit if they plan to go by sea. That will give you a head start to warn all of our friends, and we will also let the Minutemen know of the signal in case one of us doesn't make it. I will go another way to Lexington. That sounds like a good plan. I will go now. Thank you for your help. Take care, dolls. Thank you, and Godspeed you, my friend.
Having made their plan, Polar Bear waits quietly in the shadows of the big man-of-war British ship along the river's harbor. He is alone except for another patriot who has agreed to row him across the river. His attention is focused on the tower of the old North Church. Why do you keep starting at the church, sir? Why do you keep starting at the church, sir?
I am waiting for a very important signal.
Oh, of course. I remember hearing about how some brave patriot was going to send a signal by lantern to alert the other militiamen. Hey, is that a light I see now?
Yes, that's the signal. But wait, there's another light. 2 lights. The British will be coming by sea. Row me across this river quickly. I've got to get to my horse and warn the others.
Yes, sir. Hang on. I'm honored to help such a great cause. Anything for our freedom from the king. Here we go. We'll be on the other side in no time.
As soon as the boat touched dry land, Polar Bear jumped out, took the Patriot's hand, and mounted the horse and awaited him. He rode off into the countryside, headed for Lexington to warn John Hancock and Samuel Adams about the British plan to arrest them. On the way, he warns as many colonists as he can.
Giddy up, old girl. We have to move fast. I must warn the others about the British.
Hey, what's all that racket up there? We're trying to sleep. It's the middle of the night.
The British are coming. The British are coming.
We'll wait for them. Thank you.
Hide where you can. Ready your weapons. The British are coming. The British are coming.
When we finally arrived at Lexington, Polar Bear is happy to be reunited with his fellow patriot and good friend William Dawes. Together they approached the home of Samuel Adams.
Sam, wake up. The British are coming. They went to arrest you and take all of the important documents regarding our colony's wishes to be free. You must let John Hancock know and leave at once.
I will alert Hancock and go at once. You You must continue to ride and warn the others about the British. Can you continue on?
Of course we can. We need as many people ready for the British when they come as possible. We'll leave right away.
Thank you for your bravery, gentlemen. You will always be remembered for your midnight ride of bravery.
With that, the riders headed towards Concord. They didn't get far before they were stopped by the British and taken as prisoners, but it was too late. The heroic deed of Paul Revere and his fellow riders had already been